While he's known as one of basketball's greatest, if not the greatest, he's the NBA's all-time scoring leader and a six-time NBA champion. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is also a social and political activist and writer. His new book, Writings on the Wall, Searching for a New Equality Beyond Black and White. Kareem shares his personal perspectives on political issues that face us today: race, religion, gender, and class, just to name a few. He joins me right now. Kareem, thank you for letting me do a blurb for your book. It's a great book. I want to talk about right now and how your book relates to right now. What do you think when you see Donald Trump say, I want the black vote, I want the African-American vote? He's really pushing it this weekend.
Well, I think probably is some remorse as to how he's handled his campaign. If he could approach all people with some respect and humility, I think he would get a lot further in his quest to be elected president.
Well, right now, it was a few moments ago, tonight, here Monday night in Akron, Ohio, Donald Trump made an appeal to African-American votes. Supposedly, I don't think it's for real, but let's watch him.
Our government has totally failed our African-American friends, our Hispanic friends, and the people of our country, period. Poverty, rejection, horrible education, no housing, no homes, no ownership, crime at levels that nobody's seen. You can go to war zones in countries that we're fighting, and it's safer than living in some of our inner cities. What the hell do you have to lose? Give me a chance. I'll straighten it out. I'll straighten it out.
You know, those women behind him who are white women, we're all laughing at that. I thought it was odd that that was a joke, making a joke about people's predicaments in this country.
Well, you know, if he had some credibility, I would be more interested in what he was talking about. But so far, he hasn't come up with any, like, concrete plans on how he's going to do it. He hasn't shared them with us. So I don't think that at this point we need to believe that that's what he's going to do. He's said he's going to do a lot of things, and been no concrete plans for anything.
You know, for a while there, I had some faith that he meant something about infrastructure, which is the most boring word in history, as you know. But I thought he was going to rebuild the cities, you know, the sewer systems, the subway systems, the water systems, the highways, the bridges, and then maybe put some real state-of-the-art transportation systems into this country, reunite this country coast to coast. He seems to have dropped that idea, which would create real jobs, high-paid jobs, and get this country working again. And yet he seems to kill that idea. I don't know why. Why do you think he dropped that idea, which was a positive thing? Let's get building again.
I don't know why. That is a very real issue, and I think that a real plan to make that come about would certainly get a lot of interest.
What do you think about his decision to go after Muslims? He said, I'm going to keep them out of the country, and he's going to keep them away from, keep people coming from dangerous countries where there is terrorism from coming here. Of course, that wouldn't stop people coming here from Germany that put together 9/11. So this regional approach won't work. A lot of African Americans, significant number are Muslim. You're Muslim. Is there a sense that he doesn't like Muslims? He doesn't really like Mexicans. Why would he like us? What's the sense about minorities in the way Trump talks, just generally?
Well, I think that the contempt that he has manifest with regard to minority people, I think, is more or less a nostalgia for the way things were in the 50s and 60s, when all the people in charge of everything, well, the majority of them, the overwhelming majority of them, were from Europe. And now that's not the same. So I think there's some nostalgia there for a time when things were more to his liking.
What was it like when you, as a young man, a young adult, converted to Islam? Did you feel the pressure, and what was that like, and how does that feel today, given the fact he's talking about banning people of your religion?
When I became Muslim, Islam was more or less under the radar. People weren't that interested in it, and as long as I didn't go out and do outrageous things, people were pretty tolerant of me. And I think after 9/11, people changed. They want to know, what's this all about? What is this faith that keeps supplying people that hate us? And I can't blame them for feeling like that. And I started having to answer questions of that nature.
What do you think about your religion in terms of the terrorism? How do you react to terrorism?
Well, you know, Islam doesn't teach terrorism. Islam teaches us that we have to be able to interact with other faiths and make sure that we aren't taken advantage of, and make sure that we don't try to take advantage of them. I mean, that is the golden rule. Treat others as you want to be treated. And that's what Islam teaches us.
That's what I thought, too. Thank you, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Thank you. Kareem's book is
You're
Writings
welcome.
on the Wall. Writings on the Wall.